Hi everyone, my name's Simon from Sterling Coaching and welcome to this week's Monday's Moment, in which I'm going to talk about my grass cutting escapades outside and how just my obsession with getting the line straight when I cut grass showed me many business lessons that I want to share with you today. See you in a moment. Now, you'll see from the image there that I do like to get my lines nice and crisp and straight. And this weekend I cut quite a lot of grass. We've got a paddock and I wanted to put my caravan in the paddock, and usually we have it for the horses or for the sheep, so it's quite long grass, and we've been gradually cutting it bit by bit, getting it down, lowering the mower, getting it down a little bit shorter, to the point where this weekend was my final deep cut, getting it really to that low cut that I wanted. But as I was cutting the grass yesterday, I was quite pleased that I was getting my line straight, until I looked back and I noticed that the lines that I thought were straight, that I was making sure my wheels were in the tracks, that I was looking where I was going, I thought my lines were really great, and then when I looked back they were dreadful. They were weaving all over the place. I was going off at angles, so that instead of going down the grass I was going off at an angle, and that made me think about the business. When we're off in our journey in business, whether it's working on a project, whether it's undergoing some change, whether it's just following our plan, what we need to do is we need to vary where we're looking. So if we just keep looking at the wheels, if I'm just trying to get the wheels in the track, very often I'm creating a pathway which then I'm exaggerating by doing it again. So we need to make sure that when we're looking at our business, that we're looking at it at various degrees. Now, most of the time I want to look where I head. If I look at where I head, then that's generally where I end up. So it's always useful to keep as much of the view up ahead as possible. It's also important to look down at the tracks that you're in now. Are you actually still within those tracks? Are those tracks getting you to where you want to be? And then there are views somewhere in between that you need to scan, somewhere between that far off view and scan from that close right in front of your view. So whatever you're doing in business this week, try to look at the future. Are you staying in a straight line? Are you, by staying in the tracks, actually just exaggerating the windy road that you've got ahead of yourself? Are you just making that even worse? The other thing I want to share is that don't try and do it all at once. If I'd have just gone out there with the mower, lowered it to the lowest setting in the longest grass and tried cutting it, I'd be battling with it, I'd be fighting with it, the mower would be wrecked because it was overworking. So what we had to do, okay, it involved so much more walking, but what we had to do was cut it, get it down a good fair amount, but then lower it again and lower it again. It's taken 3 cuts, and our paddock is about a quarter an hour, get it right, get my teeth into gear, about 1.25 acres. So I've cut it 3 or 4 times to get that level down to where it needs to be. So again, in business, are you trying to bite off more than you can chew? You're making it hard work, not just for yourself, but all those people that are around you. So think about how you can lower the level one step at a time. How can you break things down into smaller bite-sized chunks? And the other thing I decided doing, I love my Peloton app, and I'm taking part in an outdoor challenge on Peloton at the moment. So I thought, why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone? I'm out there, outdoors, walking 18,000, 23,000 steps. Why don't I just start a Peloton workout on my app, track it with my watch, track it with my phone, and take part in some exercise? So I changed my pace, I did some marching, I did some kicking my heels back, So I use the time not just to get the job done, but I also used it to exercise and record that exercise on my watch here and on the Peloton app. So very often when we're doing things in the business, don't be single-minded, don't be blinkered and just think this is just this task. What else can I bolt on? What else can I bring into this process so that it serves me and my team better, or just serves me better? So a few things that we can learn just by cutting grass, just by trying to get those lines straight. It's a lot of grass to cut with a 20-inch wide mower, trust me. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I got the exercise. I learned some valuable lessons, and you too could do the same. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this Monday's Moment video and the tips that I've shared. Of course, I'd love to have you as a guest on my podcast, perhaps. Just having a chat, sharing some business tips, talking about business, perhaps some stories in business. If you'd like to be a guest on my podcast, then just message me below or just schedule a slot at www.coffeewithsimon.com. Love to have you as a guest on my podcast, whether you're a coach, consultant or a business owner that just got something to share. That would be absolutely amazing. Message me or use the link that's going across the screen now in the opposite direction to what I've just pointed. Hope you've enjoyed this Monday's Moment, and I look forward to seeing you on next week's Monday's Moment. Bye for now.